Hi, this is Jack Westman for ESEAnews.com, still here in Jönköping, Sweden for DreamHack Winter 2014. Joining me this time are Skadoodle and Desi from Team iBuyPower, one of two North American teams here in Sweden for this tournament. First of all, guys, well, Skadoodle, welcome back to Europe. Desi, welcome to Europe.
Thank you.
How's everything going for you guys so far?
Really good. We just got back from the boot camp. It was really good experience, especially for the new guys that we have. Me, Swag, and Kev have been to a few, or AZK have been to a few boot camps, so we know, what to do, how to, get the most out of the boot camp. So we showed the guys, what we should do and how they should prepare and stuff, how the EUs play and whatnot. I'd say the boot camp was really good for us, though. Surprisingly good, to be honest. These Desi and Nitro, never been to Europe before. This is their first event here in Europe, so the boot camp for them is definitely new, and I think that they did really well. We definitely prepped them up, what to expect, what to do, and just go through the basics at a boot camp.
All right, I'll stay with you for one more question, Scott. So you've spent 5 days here in Europe now. Do you feel like you're really settled in? You're over the jet lag? You're ready to go?
Honestly, we just got back. I feel like, just coming back here, it kind of just put me back into the zone.
Yeah.
The jet lag doesn't really affect me right now. I'm kind of over it. It's not really not a big issue to me. I think the team's done pretty well with the jet lag. Usually we kind of crash in the first day and it kind of messes up the whole schedule, but we're doing pretty good.
Okay, let's move to Desi now in that case. So first time landing in Europe.
Yeah.
Had you been to Europe before, just in general?
No, actually, my first time out of the country, other than Canada. I was in Canada one time, so first time out of the country, really.
All right, so a lot of new experiences in that case.
Yeah.
Is it quite intimidating to come up against all these European players that you only ever see online, and all of a sudden you're facing them in a server?
Yeah, it definitely is different. They have a very different play style. They don't get afraid. You can't really know what they're doing at all times during the round. They kind of just have a different play style. But to be honest, I've been kind of ready to come over to Europe and play for a while now, I think. And so I'm just ready to really show people what I'm about. Okay,
I'll come back to you in a second. But Scott, first of all, so coming back to Scott, sorry. So I know you don't really want to talk about the roster change too much, but the two players you've selected, Desi and Nitro, to replace Steel and Dazed, you've got this whole kind of pool of North American talent to choose from. What are the qualities in these guys that made you select them for this particular? Because this is a huge tournament, right?
Right. Well, we were kind of thinking less tactical, more frag heavy. So we picked up the two fraggers that we really thought they could do well and do really good here in Europe, and we thought they're young players. We can mold them into really good players. Me, AZK, Swag have the experience. And I felt like these two guys, we could definitely mold them into really good players. They're really solid fraggers for us, and we could get a lot of things done with them. So.
Okay, and Desi, so you're fresh in Europe. You've had this boot camp, as Scott's saying. You're young. They're trying to help you. You had this boot camp. How prepared do you feel individually and as a team? You basically threw out the entire playbook when you lost the last two guys.
Well, back to talking about the addition of me and Nitro. I honestly think it feels really good because we have a really good operator in Skadoodle, and it kind of, we're really strong riflers, Nitro and I, so it kind of takes the load off us a bit when we know that we have a heavy opper, watching our perimeters where we can, just focus on our kind of game. So it's helped out really well, and yeah.
Okay, and just before the interview you were saying, because you played on Nuke, and obviously that's playing T side of Nuke against somebody like Dignitas, who have an amazing CT side. Do you literally just rely on aim at that point? Because your strats are a work in progress. Is it just, we go into this game, we try and shoot better than they shoot us?
Yeah, that's part of it. But the last map we went over last night was Nuke. So it's kind of funny that the 2 matches we played so far here have been 2 Nuke matches. Yeah. So it's kind of like, it was kind of good for us because the last map we went over was Nuke. So it was fresh in our heads. We were ready to go on Nuke, we thought. So the first map paid out, but the second one didn't go so well for us. So we're waiting for the winner of Copenhagen Wolves and Penta right now, and we'll play the winner of that.
Yeah, so you played Copenhagen Wolves first today. I'll come back to you, Scott, for this one. That seemed to be going quite well. Do you think that was you playing well, or was that Copenhagen Wolves just not ready? Because they didn't even know they were coming to the tournament until a few days ago, right?
CT side Nuke's definitely really heavy, landslided, it's one side map.
Yeah.
So if you win pistol, you have a really big advantage. and you win the next gun round, and then it's all momentum based from there. You just keep winning round after round after round, and even if they do win one round, and you win that next round, you reset their money, and then they're just kind of broke again. So it's like, Nuke, I don't know. It's really decided, and you can have a really good team on CT Nuke, and they can have really good aim, but it all comes down to like what you're covering and what's open and whatnot, and where they can go. Make sure everyone knows all that info and stuff like that. So.
Right, and ahead of the next game, because you are going to play one of these two teams next, Copenhagen or Penta. Aside from doing interviews, what have you been talking about? What's your preparation for this game? What's the team talk, team huddle?
Well, we're probably going to have the same vetoes if we play Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah.
We're kind of thinking we might play Copenhagen Wolves, but it looks like a pretty close game right now.
Yeah.
We're going to stick with our vetoes, I think, no matter what team we play. To be honest, we don't know much about Penta. We know more about Copenhagen Wolves than Penta, but we're kind of just going in, feeling pretty good off that dig loss. Like, it is Nuke. We play T-side Nuke, and we're kind of like, all right, we're just gonna shake it off, no problem. We're just gonna go into the next game strong, no matter what.
All right. Well, best of luck. Obviously, I've got one more question before I do let you go. False ending there. After this, you're going to go back to the States. You've got ESEA LAN coming up. I know the team is qualified, but Desi, you're not going to go. What lessons, well, two questions, I guess. Scott, what lessons are you looking to learn from this LAN to take into that? And Desi, I know it's a shame that you can't play, right? Yeah. So they're the two separate questions.
Well, I mean, to take from this LAN to ESEA LAN it can be kind of similar because there are European teams going to the LAN, but they might be different teams that we have never played before.
Yeah.
But it is on NA soil. Usually we play pretty good on NA soil against EU teams. We're kind of, I guess, we'd go with the same mindset against the European teams. I mean, we can't use Desi, so it won't be the same team that we are here. But it'll be kind of rough to transition. But we're just gonna play. We're just gonna go out there.
Nice for them to have the jet lag for once, rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
All right, and Desi, you're sitting out ESEA LAN, but no doubt looking forward to playing with this lineup more in future, right?
Yeah. I might still be going to ESEA LAN. I still have a ticket, actually, a plane ticket from actually Elevate. I was with Elevate before joining iBuyPower, and Elevate purchased my ticket for ESEA LAN. So that's non-refundable. So they told me, go ahead, feel free to use the ticket if you want. So I might still be there. Unfortunately, I won't be playing, which is kind of sad for me.
Yeah.
But I'll be there maybe to watch and kind of help out, watch the team, coach them a little bit maybe, and see how it goes.
All right. Okay. So even though you're going on an Elevate ticket, you still be hanging out with the iBuyPower team instead. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Great, yeah, good to hear. Guys, thank you very much for your time. I will let you go and prepare. I'm aware I've kept you for a while. So thank you very much, best of luck. And for everyone at ESEA.net and ESEAnews.com, stay tuned for full coverage here in Jönköping, Sweden.